Hey Planty friends, welcome back to another new Planty video. So today I'm gonna go take you guys to plant shopping at the Lowe's. Now I did have an exciting unboxing for y'all, but it's gonna take me a little bit of a hot minute to edit, so I'm not gonna push it out today. But I will go ahead and show you some really awesome plant finds that I found at this Lowe's. I don't really go to this Lowe's because it's kind of far away, but we just came from my mom's and it was like on route kind of, and I was like, let me just go ahead and check it out. Yeah, we found some really good stuff. They always have really good stuff at this location. It's like the bougie location, like the area, so they had a lot of great stuff. A lot of the plants were outside as well, and yeah, I'm gonna go take you guys plant shopping. I still kind of regret not getting a plant. I kind of want to go back and get it, but I don't know, I'm gonna think it through. That's what I do whenever I get these impulse buys. I'm like, let me just hold it off. And if I feel the same way the next day, then I'll go back. But yeah, let's just go plant shopping. Okay, so we are at a Lowe's. These Cattleya orchids are $9.98. This is a beautiful flower. But they got some pretty good stuff at this location. I don't always come to this side, but I see some Thai constellations, which is really cool. A little bit damaged, and it seems like it has a little bit of riprap, but you can probably ask for a clearance or just give it some really good TLC. Here's another Thai constellation. This different backyard looks really good. $9.98. Really pretty. And then they have these awesome scindapsus. But let me show you guys the other side. This location has some pretty cool stuff, like look at this, painted ladies. I've never really seen them like this before, which is really cool. Okay. I remember they did the same thing for the Addisonias or the Swiss cheese. Look at that. Oh, this one's big. Honestly, makes me want to get a painted lady. Again, these are $40. And I think some of them have like little babies. Like this one, you can see like a little side shoot coming out, which is pretty cool. And then this last one. We got a lot of ficuses too. Ficus pretty. I think that one's called burgundy, but I could be wrong. And then they have a lot of awesome hanging plants from Life Trends. You see beautiful golden pothos, red amaranta. These are all $25 as well, I am pretty sure. Yeah, 25. Beautiful lemon amaranta. This one's so big. Look at that. Very full, very gorgeous. Oh, where's the... There it is. I couldn't find the little hook. A Brazil. Scindapsus. Another beautiful Brazil. Green heartleaf philodendron. Red amaranta, Brazil, and like the same stuff, right? I've never really seen these planters before from Life Trends. This was like really cute pepperoni, but like the planters are new. $14.98, and then they got a ponytail palm. Look at this one. They're like little babies though, but if you separate them, they do become like massive. These are really cute. The little legs are so adorable. I like these alocasias. These are 25. Look at that. It just looks really funky, like very long stems and like tiny little leaves, but it's kind of cute. I kind of like it. Super adorable. Lots of ficuses. I love these like cement, right? Planters are super duper heavy, which is really nice. These are also 25. I see some really cute bird's nest ferns. A lot of Halloween stuff too. More ficuses. Aglonema. Pretty sure it's called the red cyan. And then, like I'm telling you, they have a lot, and they even have more stuff outside. $55.98 for these little terrariums. I see a polka dot plant. I don't know what that is. And a Freddy calathea with another variety of a calathea. So you get like a lot of different plants, and then you can like hang it as well. I think the glue kind of fell off, to be honest, but there has to be some that are like tied together. But they look pretty good, and then these look nice. I don't always find these. This variety of amaranta. I always see the red amaranta, the lemon amaranta, but I don't always find this one, which is pretty cool to see. $16.98. I love this. And then a golden potos. Y'all know me, I love a good golden potos, especially when it's so variegated. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. And then a really cute Brazil. Oh, Dorbs. Oh, this is new. $9.98. Look at this one. This is a with a Sansevieria. $10. But it's just called the Fernwood Sansevieria. Look at this one. $14.98. This is a really good variegated ficus. And then I see a Birkin, another beautiful Sansevieria, which is super duper nice. Look at that. I love those planters. The Little Mist, and then a Drancina. Look at this one. Victoria Bird's Nest Fern. I know that for sure. I love these planters. This is a Twister Drancina, I think so. And then another insane red amaranta. And this really pretty golden potos too. Look at that. I mean, it's not bad. Again, these lemon amaranths are insane. They're so big. Here's another Ficus Shiverana for $20. Look at that. Another really pretty Ficus. So many Ficuses. Here's another one too. It's really cool. Oh, this pepperoni is pretty. Little Fiddle, $13.98. Little Birkin. Oh my god, look at this little ficus. Too adorable. Alocasia. Oh, this is a nice ZZ. These are $1 extra, but they're a little bit bigger than the previous one, and I don't know, I think they're more nicer. Really pretty ZZ. The Painted Ladies. There's a Alocasia Silver Dragon or Dragon Scale. Selbies. There's a lot of fungus nuts though. They have a lot of beautiful, healthy plants. These money trees are $35.98. The only thing is I'm getting a lot of fungus gnats and they're entering my nostrils. If you know how annoying they get, you know what's going on. Wow, I've never really seen it like that before. This is from Live Trends. $20. 20 bucks, you guys. For I think it's called a yucca. It's pretty sharp though. I've never seen that. And I think they go with those planters. Look at these bromeliads. So many pretty colors. More smaller ones. I love this peperonia. Cool planter too. Is this a golden goddess philodendron? It is. $14.98, and I love this planter. I don't know, this is a maybe, to be honest. I have the Thai Sunrise, which is basically this one, but it has variegation in the middle. And it has multiple, so it's gonna be a really, really nice full plant. I keep seeing a lot of these ferns. Has anybody bought them? Are they easy to look after? They have thicker leaves, so that lets me know they're not as finicky as a Boston fern, right? So Life Trends also has these awesome packets. They're air plants for $4.98, but these look pretty bad. Seems like they've been sitting here for a hot minute. They have some, again, awesome orchids. $23.98. The flowers are insane and really, really pretty, even when they're starting to fade away. Isn't that pretty? And they got some Starkman ferns for $6.98. These are pretty cool. You can like repot it, or you can put it in a piece of wood, wrap it around with some sphagnum moss, make it look cute and bougie, you know? Look at these. This is awesome. I don't know if somebody like decided not to get these, but these are really easy plants to look after. In other words, these thrive under neglect. You don't want to overwater these. So these are also for people that are like super duper busy, or super duper busy, or are starting into plants, because they don't really, you just gotta let them know not to overwater this. Like, water it when the soil is like starting to repel from the planter. That's the best way, because these get rot pretty easily, Sanseveras and ZZs. But this is a really good gift to give, or like for starters. It's a great way to learn. $17.98. These are pretty, you guys. I do want to get more orchids down the line. The ones that I have in the kitchen are doing really, really cool. A lot of them are from clearance plants that I got in before, but I do want to start buying more, you know, for the house, but I'm gonna have to wait for that. These are some really cool money trees. These are $16, which is not bad. They're a pretty good size. Look at all the dog toys. Or for pets. I'm pretty sure they have for cats too. Yeah. Beautiful. Love a good money tree. We have more of urban jungles. These are $14.98. So they have gray, beige, or like terracotta color, and white, right? Which is pretty cool. So here's a limonene philodendron, limonene maranta, limonene philodendron, red maranta, and a syngonium of some variety. These are some Dracenas. People also know them as lucky bamboos. It's like $12.98. Come these really, really cool modern pieces, which is kind of nice. We have some other ones too. $17.98. I want to see the roots. They got the smallest little bonsais. I don't know how to care for these. I mean, I'm guessing they need a good grow light and probably a really good fast draining soil. But that's kind of cute. What do y'all think? They have more bonsais. Damn, they're really focusing on bonsai. Look at that. $18.98. It does give off like little tree vibes. They have a lot of them. You can probably shape them. These are some philodendrons. These look really, really pretty. I like how they're in ceramic and they're only $16, which is not bad. Beautiful golden pothos. They're killing it with the golden pothos. And these are $16. They have different backyards, and usually these like long plastic planters, yeah, they're $16. It's not bad. These different backyards are awesome, but I do recommend to give them a good light. People always say they're like low light, but I've had better success when they have an actual grow light and not away from a grow light. Because there's some plants that are pretty cool with that. Yo, that leaf looks a little bit sick, which is pretty sad. Dracenas, and we're back over here. I think this is a chameleon ZZ. No, it's just a ZZ. I was like, huh, $16 for chameleon ZZ, that's not bad. These are really cool arrangements. These are $18 with the Petunia, Croton, and Dracena. You can separate them or you pot it to something bigger, and they have different varieties. I just wish the Croton wasn't in there, but I'm guessing they're mixing up plants for sure. That for plants that don't really sell, they probably combine them together. You know? So you get like a better deal. Okay, what else can we see? I think we already saw a lot of these plants already. They have some moonlight scindapsus, golden crocodiles. They have a lot of philodendron tortoise. They're really good size. I haven't seen them this big for a long time. Look at this one. Isn't that awesome? Oh, I love it. This is a lemon meringue pothos, but there's also a global grain. This could be a global grain. Let me see. No, it's the lemon meringue pothos. They get more saturated like that. But I also noticed a global grain can do the same thing. These are pretty cool too. It's called a cobra. No, albo variegated. Monstera standeliana. Okay. Here is the other one. Damn, look at all of those plants. I didn't even saw, holy crap. I didn't even saw those massive Chinese evergreens or aglaonemos. Y'all see that? We're gonna have to go and check it out in a bit. Look at this. Awesome. Well, I need some TLC, but it's not bad. I got a lot of fiddles. Monsteras, sometimes you want to look for variegation. On the monsteras, you can probably get lucky. It's a pretty cool thing to do because when you do find them, you find like basically a unicorn. It's not pretty common, but yeah. Here are some really other cool arrangements. These are $25, and I'm guessing this from the planter. Look at that. And it has multiple plants actually. I love the neon pothos. Yeah, look at these golden crocodiles. Oh, look at this. Nice, nice, nice. And they have the alocasias. I've never really seen these, or like, I don't know. I'm not a big alocasia head. I usually get scared with them because they can sometimes attract pests, you know? I like spider mites, which seems like it has some spider mites, which is pretty sad. Here's an albo epiperium. Okay, moonlight scindapsus, caladium. They literally have a lot of the plants. I mean, some of them look a little bit thirsty, but they have a lot of the Trendy Tropicals collection over here. These are $65, and look how big it is. I'm kind of tempted, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's a very steep price, but they're huge. Like, look at my hand. How many? 4.5 gallons for $65 on these aglaonemos, and they have 3 of them. You guys, I want this so bad, just for the size and because it's such an easy plant to look after. But if it dies on me, I'm gonna have such a bad panic attack. But $65 is not bad. It really, really isn't, considering how big these are. Like, look at this. I mean, that's really, really impressive. Low key though. Really want this, but how many years does it take for this to get this big, you know? This fiddle is $120. Crazy. Really nice leaves, so look at that. With this aglonema though, I kind of want to pull it out and show you. Is it heavy? Ah, it's a little bit heavy. Can y'all see that? Like, oh my gosh. It's beautiful. Oh, they got some plants, some deals going on. Okay, this is $4.48, so it was $8. Not bad. Oh, the face planters are so cute. They used to be $8, but now they're $4.48. The little mustache. They do have drainage holes. I love this. That's pretty. 13.48, 23. This was $37, now it's $25. Very trendy. I think this is already like starting to fade off the trend, like the little hoops. Not exactly what that's from, but it was a very big trend. This is pretty cool. I haven't seen this for a very long time. It's some bromeliads. Look at that. Isn't that pretty cool? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and check out what they have outside. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys everything, except this side. They have some, so these are new. This is from the Trendy Tropicals collection line. No, they're making some new plants, y'all, like, which is not bad. I'm gonna see if I can hold it better. Oh, they got the Christmas trees. That they're putting up the Christmas stuff, you guys. Okay, so these are pretty cool. They're $25. I do like the planters. Let me see if I can put up the tag so I can show you guys, but it's something new that they're doing. Yo, fungus gnat. Yeah, I don't know, but these are some awesome scandapsers. They're really, really beautiful. Calathea for $20. More alocasias. Okay, I see the lemon. This is a scandapsus. Moonlight scandapsus. I think this is a platinum scandapsus. That one is a lemon top pothos. Look at that leaf. That's pretty. Variegated Ring of Fire. Is this stuff? Yeah, it is, right? Trendy Tropicals collection. But they're in these like new planters. So many Dracaenas. I can't believe they're putting Halloween and then Christmas. That's pretty crazy. So many beautiful Dracaenas, you guys. Look at this. $23. Damn, the aglonema is beautiful. Like, I low-key want that as a centerpiece, like for the living room. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think that's basically it. I keep saying that, but I keep going around. This is a really, really cool one too. Golden Goddess Philodendron, but I feel like mine was kind of reverting, and I could have basically chopped it from that and got mine, but yeah. Okay, let's go outside. Okay, we're outside now, and look what they have. A Hoya Chelsea, you guys. Doesn't even look that bad, and it's big. Oh my gosh. Seems like it's getting a lot of light. They also have some Monstera Sosopecanos. Calling it silver Monstera. I don't know why. But yeah. And then I see this one. Fernando's Fire. You see that? So I don't know exactly what's the difference between a really variegated pothos. You know how they have also the, I mean, I don't know, it's not bad. There's also like the Hawaiian golden pothos, which is supposedly like a bigger variety of a pothos. The thing is another one that is Sosopecana. The thing is, you can do that with the basic golden pothos if you give it a mouse pull or like something to climb on, you know. So I don't know if it's a different marketing thing. You know what they do, like they change the name to make a new variety to get more sales. But this is a cool one. This is a skeleton key. The thing is, to get those really funky leaves, you need to give it something to climb on. Right, but I've never seen it really this healthy, and I'm really curious if I should adopt it just to have it. But yet again, like, that's not the whole gag of getting plants, right? Like, I just like corrected myself, like, are you gonna give it what it needs to climb so it can develop those really cool leaves? Like, you can look it up online how it is, but it's a pretty cool, interesting variety. Almost looks like a silver blue that's reverting, but yeah, if you give it something to climb on, it will develop some really cool leaves. Ooh, there was a plant over here, I forgot. Kind of forgot what it was, but they already took it. Here's a Hoya courtesy eye. Okay, pretty cool. They're $17, which is not bad. Another Monstera Pecan over there. Rainbow moss. Very, very backlit. And then we have a lot of these other plants as well. Getting a lot of light. Pretty cool to see how it all looks. You know, it looks pretty cool. Oh, what was it? I forgot what it was. Look at this Syngonium. Damn, they have a lot of Hoya courtesy eyes. Beautiful white butterfly Syngonium. There's also a different variety called a batik. And the one that they sell is a white butterfly, but there's also a batik one too, which is pretty cool. And then here's a Hoya courtesy eye. Look at that. Super cutie. Okay, they have this one too. This is I think it's called a Picasso. It's a Tradescantia. I've seen it every now and then. I'm trying to pick one up, but they're always so tangled up and they break really easily, but you can see how it looks. Ooh, there's a wasp. A Hoya DS70. Yeah, but I think that's it on the houseplants. I don't have that many like other varieties. Those are really, really pretty. Peace lily that's a little bit burnt, super duper sad. I want to see the other side. I see other houseplants in the other section. Look at that. Look at this. Some ficuses. They're $65. Damn, this one's tall. Fiddle leaves, palms, which is a big no-no, to be honest. And the caladias, these are so big. These are, I think they're $25 or $35. Alrighty, Planty friends, that is basically it for the plant shopping section. We're gonna go ahead and do some repotting possibly, or some planty chores. So let's get to it. And by the way, the one that I was kind of tempted on getting was the massive aglaonema. For $65 for that massive size, it would take me years to get it to that size. And the fact that it was like right there, beautiful. For 65 bucks, I was kind of tempted. But we are gonna move, and I keep telling myself, don't keep getting too many plants because you're gonna have to bag it up or put it in a box. Yes, I'm gonna bag some plants up. I will show you guys which plants I decide to do that. I moved a lot back and forth before, and there's some plants that can get away with it. So yeah, but that aglaonema was just insane. It was so good. So I do have plants that I have hanging in the ceiling. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I water them. Nothing too crazy, to be honest. It's just me getting a container without no holes in the bottom, filling it up with some water, and then hold on. I saw a medibug, but it was just one of them. It's from an old cash pot that I had on a plant with. My carnival, which is this one, is thirsty. You can tell by the leaves getting all droopy and pale. I literally just placed it in here and I let it sit there for a couple hours, but I'm actually gonna leave it overnight because it should be okay. And then I'm gonna be looking around, but this Monstera gave us a brand new leaf. Look at that. Gorgeous, nice juicy leaf. And then the strawberry begonia is giving us lots of new babies now. It grows pretty fast, and look at that, it wasn't a leaf, but it does put out a lot of babies. The thing is, I don't want to propagate it yet until next year. Look at that, So many pretty babies. Look how pink it is. My African violet probably needs water. And the last time I checked, it was blooming yet. It's blooming right there. The little stuff you're seeing on the edges, it was supposed to be a variegated African violet. The thing is, there was no variegation when I got it, but it is pretty cool that it's blooming. Gonna give it a nice cash pot or a saucer to go ahead and water. And my little pumpkin, which I like to use as decor, fell off. But let me get a saucer for that one. Look at that Ethereum leaf. I have a bunch of them. But yeah, I did bought some new plants and I didn't posted it today because I need more time to edit the video. My elbow reparium, this little guy. It's a saucer. Okay, just getting things ready so I can go ahead and water. This guy got underwatered. It dried out really, really fast, and it was literally perfect. Nice and hydrated. A couple days already, and now it's back to dry. So that lets me know that it's root bound, that it has a lot of roots. I mean, it's been in that planter for the longest time already. But yeah, and it's pretty Syngonium. We got it on clearance. Super duper pink. I like it. But let me pick up that leaf that I dropped. Oh, and this section is kind of messy. I had to organize it. But these are plants that I got from outside. They were inside. Well, they've been outside, but I placed them inside. I already sprayed them and did everything I had to do. But this is a calathea that had really bad spider mites. All I did, I just chopped it, and now it's releasing a lot of new leaves. That's one of the best ways to reset a calathea that's been infested, or a Sinanti. And then this is a golden pothos that we propagated. This one didn't root. Wait, it did actually. Just dying its old leaf. But we did our propagations. You can see all of the new leaves coming in. This is really, really pretty and variegated. And of course, the string of turtles. It's just crazy. Alrighty. Oh, crap. I just saw that I was not recording in 4K. I usually record all of my videos in 4K, but I made it default right now to go ahead and just do HD. There shouldn't really be a difference in the quality. I hope not. And when you export it all together, it usually gets the lowest one. So the plant shopping was 4K, but it's gonna convert to HD. Again, not that deep, but a little bummed out. I don't know, you guys. Y'all let me know if y'all can tell a difference. I don't mind doing whichever. I mean, 4K does use more storage than HD, but a lot of the time it looks the same. Then, you know, 4K, I can hardly tell a difference, to be honest. You can see fungus gnats. They're back. They're back, they're back, they're back. Just watering a new plant that I can see. This begonia, I don't know if it's doing that because I've been underwatering it. It's not really on oh, something's spilling. See? Oh my gosh. Ain't that bad. Well, it watered my Hoya, and I'm not gonna lie. It's not hitting the multi-outlets, but just to be extremely safe, I'm gonna turn it off. And I will show you that it's not with all the lights, just the vast majority of the lights on the collection. This is how it looks without the grow lights, if anybody was curious. This begonia is thirsty too. Begonias are so cool, but they really do thrive just staying moist. They do not like to dry out. And I've been letting some of them dry out, which is not good. Okay. Got a little bit more left, and there is another new leaf on my anthurium. Can y'all see? Oh, love. Alrighty, plenty friends, that is basically it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the plant shopping and a little bit of plant chores. I know I said I was gonna do some repotting, but to be honest, I'm probably gonna make myself a tea tonight and do a lot of plant chores. I really wanna go ahead and water my entire collection, but not just watering it. I want to fertilize all of my houseplants because all of them are doing really, really good. And I think it helps a lot when you fertilize your plants and makes them grow a lot bigger. So yeah, I'm gonna feed them tonight. and just have a chill time. But I hope you guys enjoyed. The next video should be a really exciting unboxing, which I'm super duper excited to go ahead for you guys to see. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.